the members of the Science and Security Board moved the hands of the doomsday clock forward, largely, though not exclusively, because of the mounting dangers in the war in Ukraine. We moved the clock forward the closest it has ever been to midnight. It is now 90 seconds to midnight. 90 seconds to midnight.
My biological age is about 42, the doctor says. Right. But legally, I'm 69. I will become 70.
So you want to identify 17 years?
Yeah, because, you know, I feel like that. I have that feeling.
You're not actually 42, you're 69.
No, but the times has changed.
No, they haven't changed.
No, they haven't
No
changed.
time has changed.
And that birthday
it has all to do with beliefs.
A Japanese man called Toko-sen fulfilled his lifelong dream of becoming a dog. He has spent over $15,000 on a hyper-realistic dog costume that he now lives inside of. Toko-sen explained that becoming a large animal his size would be good considering that it would be a realistic model, so that's why he became a dog.
Transgender, transracial, we got transabled. Yeah, this one's really messed up. Physically healthy people who feel they should have been born disabled. A man in Great Britain cut off his arm because he felt like an amputee. A woman in North Carolina poured drain cleaner in her eyes because she felt blind. Transgender, transracial, transabled. Guess what's next? A grown man posting an ad on Craigslist wanting a nanny because he identifies as a baby. You can't make this stuff up. Ridiculous? Perhaps, but who's to say anymore if that's how he feels? If a man can be a woman because he feels like one, if a white person can be a black person because she feels like one, if a healthy person can mutilate herself because she feels disabled, if a grown man can be a baby because he feels infantile, where does this end? Can a child be an adult because she feels like a grown-up? Can a teenager buy alcohol because he identifies as over 21 years of age? Can a grown man attend kindergarten because he identifies as a 6-year-old girl? Can a child spend the day at doggy daycare instead of school because the child feels like a canine? If not, why not? If a kid can be transgender because he feels like a girl, who are we to tell a child he must attend school or obey his parents or refuse him a beer when he orders one? You can't have it both ways.
I was married. I can't deny I have children, but I've moved forward now and I've gone back to being a child. I don't want to be an adult right now, and I just live my life like I couldn't when I was in school.
How are things in your life now?
Well, I have a mommy and daddy, adopted mommy and daddy, who are totally comfortable with me being a little girl, and their children and their grandchildren are totally supportive. In fact, her youngest granddaughter, when I was 8, a year ago I was 8, and she was 7, and she said to me, I want you to be the little sister, so I'll be 9. I said, well, I don't mind going to 6, so I've been 6 ever since. But we have a great time, and we color, we do kid stuff. It's called play therapy. No medication, no suicide thoughts, and I just get to play.
An after-school Satan club for children has just been approved in the US, and it has got people outraged. The elementary school facing the backlash is in California, where children as young as 5 years old can now partake in some, as the website puts it, educating with Satan. The club says their intention is not to inspire Satan worship, but to rather educate children and encourage critical thinking. Supporters of the organization say there's already a Christian-based group that's allowed in schools, so what's the difference? But what's interesting is on their website it states that their clubs are only set up at the request of parents, teachers, or community members. So the question is, if your child asked to attend this club, would you allow them or not?
Satan's not an evil guy. He wants you to learn and question why. He wants you to have fun and be yourself. And by the way, there is no hell. Science is important, so we understand the world. Satan looks for truth. Let's help him, boys and girls. Everyone is different, and that's okay with Satan. He'll always treat you equal, whether you're black, white, or gay. When all is said and done, Satan doesn't actually exist. He's an imaginary friend who can teach us how to live.
the members of the Science and Security Board moved the hands of the doomsday clock forward, largely, though not exclusively, because of the mounting dangers in the war in Ukraine. We moved the clock forward the closest it has ever been to midnight. It is now 90 seconds to midnight.